Okay, so a bit of explanation. I did record part 3, but I forgot to capture the screen, so it's just my voice and the game audio, but no visuals. I did get through Knuckles' segment. I'm about to get through Vector and Espio segment. And little explanation that I also gave last time, I am recording in a different spot, so I hope the audio is still okay. I can't be too loud because it is after 10 p.m. and I have neighbors, so... with those explanations out of the way, though, I hope I'm not peeking the mic too much. Let's just hop right back in. And this episode's probably going to be shorter because I'm starting from a lower battery life, but I might make another video later tonight. Because I want to get through this before the whole hype train dies. So let's, without further ado, I'll hit continue. Alright. I've interrogated Espio. Now I need to interrogate Vector. I think. Let me try to remember what voice I did. If anyone's interested in hearing the audio of my last one, I might upload it, but otherwise, I don't know. I thought I did some pretty good voice performances last time. Yeah, too bad I messed up so royally. Anyway. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? Mighty suspicious, Vector. I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think you had a knife on you. If you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? Vector, what are you getting at here? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Oh, it's just the same dialogue. Okay. Can I take your order? Oh, yes, please. I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Victor. Why would you tease him like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You've made a fool of me. Look, Victor, you've made him a fool. Come on, Victor, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smoothed things over, but at what cost? Man, I wish I could go back to the Knuckles car, 'cause I think I did a really good Knuckles voice. Oh well. Let me interrogate. No evidence. Okay. You. What evidence do I have for him? Nothing. Okay. But that means I don't have any evidence from anything. That's weird. I'm pretty sure I've checked everything. Oh, look, there's Ian Jr. I'm pretty sure I checked everything, though. I already got that. I already checked this. I already checked the globe. I already checked this table. I already checked this arm. I already checked this poster. Wow, I really needed to see this. Huh? This little chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster, right? Oh yeah, they said that was locked. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. Then Shadow left the library car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason for him doing this. We should make a note of it. Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lock added to your inventory. I think we've found enough clues. Let's interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Let's read the description. Shadow's lock. A lock that was supposedly locked by lock. A lock that was, blah. Shadow has been placing on multiple doors. Around it. It's unlocked. Fancy a poem? So, the two of you don't believe us, huh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Victor and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy, I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining enough for him, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading. But were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. You just made him even more suspicious, Vector. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what book that might be. Victor, could you help me out? Alright, Victor, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? Is it the only book in my inventory? A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? What? Oh no! Aha! Boing, boing. Looks like I got this covered. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked up the manual and put it back in the incorrect place. Ugh. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A better hunch. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can come from anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Victor, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Well, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? If he was reading it in order, he most likely at least got to, the soonest page before these others. So. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. That was too easy. During events, they can perform various tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Victor, hit him with another one. Yeah, okay. 231. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Victor. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. Smooth travel, huh? Then why were we knocked out? I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Well, yeah. Totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both have the nerve to question my buddy like that. Wait, weren't we trying to prove he did read it? Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all of my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand. Everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading, after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Oh, Rouge! Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Victor. He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Victor, think. We should have a piece of evidence that linked someone who also saw Espio reading, but what? Oh yeah, shouldn't Shadow have come by? Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what this has to do with anything. We're up, Victor. Let's get our argument together. More basic platforming. No! Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Vector confirmed Epic Gamer. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, aren't you a trained ninja and a detective, Espio? Must be pretty bad at both of those to not notice that. I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So, if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment you were really in the library car at all. Then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Victor, one that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was involved in my book. I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Well, let me think about it. Okay, so he's saying Espio left for some reason, and we're suspecting he was still here for some reason. So, what we have to do is set up a motive. Why would Espio lie? What would he have been doing? Can't Espio turn invisible? I haven't played many Sonic games with Espio in them, so I seem to remember he had the power to turn invisible, but I don't remember if that's true. He is a ninja, so he could easily just hide. Wait! The map. Yeah. He could have been sitting here to read. In which case, he wouldn't have seen Shadow, and Shadow wouldn't have seen him. But the book was found over here, and Rouge was getting brochures here. He knew Rouge was here, but I think she probably came through before Shadow? No. Because Shadow went to the saloon car, and then Rouge was there making fun of the game. So Shadow must have gone to the saloon car, then Rouge must have come by, looking through the brochure. And Espio knows she was looking for the brochure. Let's see. Okay, then Rouge must have left. Maybe bothered by Rouge, Espio left there, came to here, so he wouldn't be bothered while reading. So he didn't notice Shadow coming back and locking the doors. And then Vector came in, because Knuckles unlocked the door for him, then locked it back up. Vector, looking for Espio, found him here and got his attention. Then the train started. And everything was jumbled. Let's try to put everything back. Then Espio put the manual in the wrong place. That's the explanation for if he was here. If he had left, then maybe Espio was spying on Shadow in the saloon car, using his invisibility and ninja skills to not be detected. Because he seemed suspicious of him, maybe. We do know that Espio is a professional detective, and Shadow's been acting suspicious since before the game even began. Then when Shadow was coming in to lock the cars, he quickly came back in right before Vector did, or with Vector. And he doesn't want to admit it because he got locked out because maybe he was watching the game and felt embarrassed to admit that he had to be let back in. I'll defend Espio. I think he was reading. I've been that engrossed in reading and writing before. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. Yeah? We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. I'm thinking against Tails here, so I'd better be sure. No! Let me try that again. Uh-oh. Gee. I outsmarted Tails. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen each other. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. What a convenient response, Espio. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it, then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen each other from this spot, because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all of our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise. I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the next door to the car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give 'em heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick-tock, tick-tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident of our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Victor. Let's see what's next. Coming. You sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? Just one more look around. The mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues. Casino car. Why is there an elevator here? All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Rouge, there you are. We have a lot to say to you. We visited every train car so far, and everyone said they've seen you wandering about. It's high time you told us why. My, talk about a warm welcome. Quick to the point, aren't you, darling? And I see you've brought the Microwave Master with you. Please don't let that be my legacy. Dales is right. Folks have brought up you a lot. Wow, I said that weirdly. Care to explain? Tell them, Rouge. We're gonna need the help. Blaze? Alright. I've been hunting for a treasure rumored to be stored here on the train. Treasure? They certainly didn't tell me about treasure in the interview. Since I'm part business tycoon, part purveyor of fine collectibles, I knew I had to find it. Tell him what it is, Rouge. Alright, well, it's a Fabergé chow egg. Wow, that does sound extravagant. But please don't tell me you accepted Amy's birthday invite only to find that egg. A woman can't have multiple goals? I said that wrong. A woman can have multiple goals. I gave Amy her birthday present already, so everything's well taken care of. She roped me into the hunt immediately. I stayed here while she searched the train cars for clues. I deduced that the Fabergé chow egg is here in this train car locked in a safe. Wait, so the treasure is real? It's actually here? And what did you manage to find, Rouge? Oh, well, why don't you both take a look? I found the train's blueprint in the library car, with a safe code written right on it. The score of a lifetime. The train's blueprints? Please, Rouge, let us see that. Finders keepers, sweetheart. Okay, well, we're gonna have to catch up next time. My laptop is running out of power, so we have at least completed one segment. And I actually recorded it this time. So, I thank you all for watching. I hope this has been at least somewhat entertaining, and I regret you not being able to hear my knuckles, but it is what it is. So, I'll see you next time. Have a good night, and bye. And bye.